Sneaker shopping stands in solidarity with those fighting for racial equality in this country. Sneaker culture is black culture, so it is especially important that we speak out and enact real change that helps fix our broken system. Please see the episode description for the link to learn how you could join us in taking action. What's up, everybody? It's Joe Puma. We are back. Well, we are still at my apartment. I know a few weeks ago I shared with you my current rotation, but this week I wanted to share with you my recent pickups. There's some classic sneakers that I recently got and some new sneakers that people seem to be going crazy over. Check it out. Nike Dunk SB Low, Reese Forbes. In the early 2000s, Reese Forbes was one of the original Nike skateboarder team members. And he had a few dunks. He had the denim on denim low, he had a wheat dunk, and then in 2004, he dropped this. A lot of people call him the Hunters, obviously because it gives a nod to the orange vest that Hunters wear, and then this design foresty motif is self-explanatory. This is prime pink box era of Nike SB, and I remember I was buying Tiffany's and the Stussies, but I always missed out on these. A couple weeks ago, I found them for a really good price. Very happy to add these to the collection. A classic in my eyes. Another recent pickup from an earlier era, this Air Force 180 Union. This is part of the Clerks pack, and the Clerks collaboration with Nike was 3 cities in 2005 and 2006. They did Los Angeles, they did London, and they did San Francisco. The Los Angeles pack consisted of a Nike Dunk High for Undefeated, a classic, the Stussy Blazer, and then these Air Force 180s that Union did. Now, the Air Force 180 was made popular by Charles Barkley. He even has a classic under his belt, the Olympic Air Force 180 that he wore during the Dream Team era. But these are the standout of the pack. I always wanted to get these. It was kind of when I started my complex career around that time. Everyone was wearing them who was a big sneakerhead. Even though they were rare, I remember seeing them and I could never get them. I think Kanye wore a pair, and for me to go back and get these recently, it's a big come up. I got them for a pretty good price. The only thing I'm worried about is the sole holding up. We're gonna give it a shot, but a shoe that is over 15 years old, it's always a little tough to see. So hopefully the sole holds up, and you see these on an episode of Sneaker Shopping soon. Originally part of the DMP pack in 2006, the Jordan 6 DMP. There's a story on Complex right now about how nuts that release day was. People, store owners, and people who tried to buy the shoe shared their stories. I know for me that I was working at the finish line and I was home for break to get these shoes. It was early in the morning, Kings Plaza, Brooklyn, and people were literally shaking the gates to try to get in to buy these. It was this Jordan 6 and a Jordan 11. It came in the big gold box, and it was definitely a moment in sneaker culture. When these dropped again, I had to get them. The original pair in the gold box is somewhere in my parents' basement at home, but the solo Jordan 6 was a must cop for me. What would recent pickups be without a Yeezy? These Yeezy 700 V3 Alvez, one of my favorite of the recent drops from the Kanye West Adidas line. Confirmed billionaire Kanye West dropped these. Anytime you get close to a triple black colorway from me, I'm all in. I love the mix of kind of like the athletic and chunky dad shoe style of these. And I think he did a really good job on these. These actually dropped on my birthday, April 11th. So when these showed up, I was very happy to get these. Besides this Yeezy, you know, we're all inside. Unfortunately, I haven't got a chance to wear a lot of these recent pickups that I'm going through, but the Yeezy sandals, perfect for the pandemic. I picked up a pair of these. These are super comfortable. Even though it's not a Yeezy sneaker, these are one of my favorite Yeezy Adidas drops of recent time. So definitely recommend the sandals if you could get a pair. This sneaker, very special to me. As you guys may have known, a couple months ago, we went to Kentucky and we shot the Kentucky men's basketball coach, John Calipari, for an episode of Sneaker Shopping. Kentucky basketball has a long range of special player exclusives. Kobe's, LeBron, the Drake Jordan 8s that you saw in the episode. But the basketball team the last year, the Zoom Freak ones, were in that arsenal as well. We shot the episode. I had a great time in Kentucky. I met some of the basketball sneaker plugs that they have. Shout out to Will Barton and Mark Evans. And one of the first days of quarantine, went to get a package and these showed up. University of Kentucky Zoom Freak ones player exclusives. Now, I am not that big of an all-white sneaker person, as you guys know if you listen to the Complex Sneakers podcast, but this is a very special shoe, and to not be on the team or on staff and to have them is something that I'll always cherish. Shout out to the Kentucky men's basketball team, Coach John Calipari, and my guys over there. Appreciate it. There hasn't been a bigger sneaker of this pandemic quarantine than the Ben & Jerry's Nike SB Dunk Low. The Chunky Dunky, they're calling it. The hype for these are crazy. I remember I posted a picture of these online. It was the most liked tweet I've ever got for a pair of sneakers. The details on this are crazy. The cowhide, the dripping swoosh, 2-color sole, but my favorite part has to be this heel collar lining that's tie-dye. As you guys can see, the insole, Ben & Jerry's times Nike SB. This is a shoe that you're gonna get hit up about by people in your family who have never talked sneakers with you. This is gonna go mass just because of the big Ben & Jerry's name, Nike collaborating on it, 2 powerhouse companies, a collaboration that maybe you never thought would happen, but that's what makes this fun. Sneakers should be fun. Don't take it too seriously. Maybe the shoe of the summer. Some people are even saying maybe the shoe of the year. We'll see at the end of 2020 how it holds up. So those are my recent pickups. I hope everyone is staying safe. I know we haven't been in stores in a while, but once it is safe to go back, season 11 is coming, bigger and better than ever. And let me know in the comments what you guys have picked up during this pandemic and quarantine. Once again, stay safe. I hope to see everyone soon.